Okay, I'm going to put this out there. Here's how I make my coil winders. You're going to need these. This is 2 pieces of plexiglass. This will give me 4 mils. The thickness is 16 gauge wire. This is a lid off a tote. Took a hole saw, cut it. I didn't have a hole saw, whatever size I had. I would use a coping saw. I would mark them out and I would use a coping saw and cut them. And basically what I'll do now, I just put this in the drill in the file around it, went rotating it, cleaned it up a little bit. I'll pull this apart, I'll sand the inside, both sides, crazy glue this together, let it dry, and this is how it comes out. Just so you know, I had old plexiglass laying around, that's why I used it. I like the plexiglass. That's 16 gauge here. Not 16, that's magnet wire. The other wire I had, not the silicone. And I designed this for the bigger cores when I made this. That's why I had to make this one. So when I got it where it needed to be. I had everything marked, and I would pin the wires. Like everything else, I had to put it together, see where it was going to lay. Then I would drill, and I would take a piece of coat hanger, hold on, and I would make these pins up. These pins, they fit right in the holes they're supposed to fit. Designed to go down like that. And I used to lock this down with a bolt or a wing nut, whatever I had. Then I could glue this and let it dry. Put it in front of a fan, crazy glue, let it dry. Then I could pick it up, shift it, lock it down again, and glue it so everything stays flat. This is the smaller coils. It could be square, it doesn't have to be round. I had some stuff left over, like I said. I made some round ones. But what I do too, so it don't stick to this, I take one side and I sand it a little bit, then I take wax from a candle, then I buff it with a rag. So if crazy glue gets on this, it won't get stuck. And I do the same thing with the board. I'll sand this around, I'll crazy glue this in position here. I'll make my notch wherever I want my notch for my wires to tuck in, so when I wind I get a clean surface. Same thing. I'll clean this up, I'll put a real light wax on it, buff it out. Put a light wax on the cap, whatever I have, whatever I'm going to put on top of this, which I already have one. And here, I use a cutting board. I made this one. Just so you know, that's what this was made for at the time. I didn't know if I had any more plexiglass left on. I made it with this. I laid out what I needed. Got a general idea where my ends were. And that's how I did it. And I cut slot holes in so I could pin it when I'm gluing it so the wires wouldn't move. That's the way I did it. You can use hot glue, use whatever you want. But this is the way I make a winder. Whatever finishes out, figure the size of the coil, I have extra leftover room to work with. Scrap piece of wood, 3/4. Piece of wood, 3/4 of an inch thick. Whatever you can get, 1/2 inch of work too. As long as you got something flat and you can wind on. And this way you can wind good, nice, clean, tight. You can hold it with the bent hangers with the pins, and you glue it and let it sit and dry. Take your time, get it done, do it good. That's it.